New at 10, Quincy mayoral candidates debated tonight at the First Baptist Church. Incumbent Mayor Mike Troup and former Quincy alderman Dan Brink are running for the Republican ticket. They both discussed their ideas for Quincy's future. Mayor Troup has served as mayor for the past 3 years. Brink served as former Quincy alderman from 2009 to 2017.
I think tonight was a great opportunity to compare and contrast my vision for the city of Quincy and what happened, the chaos and conflict in the last part of this administration.
I think it was a good discussion tonight. I'd like to see, some additional debates, to go forward. But I want to see Quincy continue to be improved.
The primary will take place at the end of February before the final election on April 1st.